2,000 years ago, in the blood and sand of the gladiators' arena, a slave refused to bow. His name was Spartacus. Torn from freedom, forced to fight for the amusement of Rome, he turned his chains into weapons and his suffering into rebellion. Against all odds, he led an army of slaves that shook the empire to its core. His strength was not in titles or crowns. It was in defiance, in grit, in the unbreakable will of a man who would not kneel. Today I will share with you 6 principles of Spartacus. Lessons of a warrior who rose from nothing and fought for everything. Lesson 1. Defiance is power. Spartacus taught that freedom begins with refusal. Refusal to kneel, refusal to be broken. The chains on his body did not bind his spirit. They sharpened it. In life, power begins the moment you defy what seeks to crush you. Do not accept the fate others hand you. Defiance is the first weapon of the free. Lesson 2. Turn chains into weapons. The Romans gave Spartacus a sword, but it was the chains of his slavery that forged his strength. He turned his pain into fuel, his scars into armor. In your life, the hardships you carry can be transformed into tools of power. What others use to break you, make it your weapon. Suffering is not your enemy. It is your forge. Lesson 3. Lead by example. Spartacus was not a king above his men. He was among them. He fought at the front, shared their hunger, bled their blood. This is why they followed him into impossible battles. In life, leadership is not about titles, it is about example. Fight beside those you lead, and loyalty will rise like fire. Be the first in the charge, and others will follow. Lesson 4. Use the enemy's strength against them. Rome had discipline, training, and weapons. Spartacus had cunning. He turned Roman order into chaos, Roman arrogance into weakness. He fought not where Rome was strong, but where they were blind. In your life, study the enemy. Use their power against them. The wise do not meet strength with strength. They turn strength into weakness. Lesson 5. Freedom is worth the fight. Spartacus knew the odds were impossible, yet he fought anyway. Why? Because freedom is worth more than life in chains. In your battles, you must ask, what are you willing to fight for? Without purpose, victory is hollow. But when your cause is freedom, no odds are too great, no enemy too strong. The fight itself becomes your triumph. Lesson 6. The legacy of resistance. Though Spartacus fell, his defiance lived on. Rome remembered his name with fear, and the world remembers it with respect. He proved that even the lowliest slave could challenge the mightiest empire. In your life, know this: legacy is not only for kings. The one who resists, who fights with unbreakable will, becomes immortal in memory. To defy, to fight, to rise, that is the legacy of Spartacus. These are the teachings of Spartacus. Defy what seeks to break you. Turn pain into power. Lead by example. Use the enemy's strength against them. Fight for freedom no matter the odds. And know that resistance itself is a legacy. Spartacus was not born into crowns or empires. He was born into chains. And yet he became more feared, more legendary than the kings who tried to crush him. Learn these lessons and you too can rise unbroken. You can face your giants, defy your fate, and fight with the spirit of Spartacus, the slave who defied Rome.